Drink break. Hey friends, long time no see. I know it has been a hot minute since I've done a video for YouTube, and life has honestly just been life. I would say it's been super busy for me at work. There has been a lot of other things that has been taking my attention away, but I'm back and I thought it'd be really cool to make a video talking about my 2024 highlights and also my 2025 New Year's resolutions. So with the new year coming up, it really got me thinking, what do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish? But also, what have I accomplished in this year? And when I sat down and wrote everything out, I was like, oh my gosh, so much has happened this past year. And I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but it is already so hard to believe that the year is almost over and we are about to start in 2025. I'm going to go over my highlights for this year and then go over my New Year's resolution. So yeah, hope y'all enjoy the video. So 2024 highlights. There was a lot that happened this year, but I really picked out the ones that really stood out to me the most. So my first highlight would probably have to be my nephew being born. So he is my sister's very first child and my very first nephew, very first grandson on my side of the family. And he is just a happy baby. As I'm recording this video right now, he's about to be 8 months old. He is the sweetest thing ever. He is so fun, so happy. My sister and her husband are honestly such great parents to him. It has been really neat seeing how they have evolved from being young couple to being full-on parents. I love being an aunt so much, and of course I'm going to teach him all the bad words. I am making it my goal by the time he turns 1 for him to say fuck and cunt, honestly. So sorry not sorry, but I love him so much. My next highlight would honestly have to be starting content creation. And I have started on a couple of different platforms and done different types of content creation. I have started to post a lot more on Instagram, that being my personal one, and one for my hair business. I started to post a lot more on TikTok. That has been a lot of fun, but honestly it makes me kind of sad because now I'm like, TikTok is probably going to be banned soon. And I also created a spicy page and everything. If you know what that is, you know, only pans. And that has been a journey of itself, but content creation in general has given me a lot more confidence, and it allows me to view content creators in a whole different light. And this is something that I honestly absolutely enjoy and I want to continue to bring over into 2025. My next highlight would have to definitely be traveling to 6 different countries. I went to Belize, Guatemala, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Greece as well too. It is absolutely insane to me how much I have traveled and also how much money I have spent. If you don't know who I travel with EF Ultimate Break, and I can make a whole nother video about them if y'all want. But I made so many new friends whenever I traveled this year, and I also met my internet bestie who pretty much got me hooked on this traveling. So her name is also Emily. Emily, if you see this, hi, I love you. It just blows my mind where all I went to and how many hours I sat on a plane and all the activities I went to. Just to list off a few of what I did, I went zip lining in Belize. That was amazing. I toured a palace in Denmark, and I mean, not many people can say that they've done that. I went snorkeling in Belize to one of the largest coral reefs. That was phenomenal. I got to see so many cool aquatic animals. I partied at a bar in Greece with my new friends. That was so much fun. We got so drunk. I will try to insert some clips and photos of that night, but that was a time well because I never really let loose and let myself actually get drunk and just, you know, have fun. It's not something I do very often, you know. I got to see so many ancient ruins. In Belize, we got to see the Altenha ruins. In Guatemala, we got to see Tikal. In Greece, we got to see the Parthenon, the Temple of Poseidon. So many different ruins, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I am walking where history literally was back then. And again, like my mind is like literally blown about that. I got lost in Copenhagen with my friend Emily. We were trying to navigate the train system and we ended up getting lost. We ended up getting off at the wrong stop and we had to navigate back. It was a whole ordeal, but I think honestly that's one of like the funnier things that happened to me this summer, but we made it through. We made it. And most importantly, I survived jet lag of it all. The jet lag was absolutely insane, and it's something that I am so incredibly proud about for myself this year is I was able to pay off my car an entire year early. I was paying on it for 5 years. I had a 7-year note and I paid it off an entire year early. So definitely kudos to me for being able to do that. And now I understand the feeling, how it feels to not have a monthly car payment. And I've been using that money to go towards other bills to pay off. So I am super proud of myself for that. Also recently just paid off a credit card as well too, which if you know anything about retail credit cards, the interest rates are extremely high on them. And I was very fortunate to be able to pay that off, because if I would have just paid the minimum, it would have taken me years to pay off, but I finally paid it off. I have 1 credit card down, 3 more left to go. Also too, one of my highlights is that I developed a newfound relationship with the universe. Opening up myself to the idea of the universe and all that it has in store for me and how much love the universe has for me has really opened my mind. And ever since I started to trust in the universe, my perspective on the world has really shifted. One of the things that I did was I read this book by Gabby Bernstein, I think is her name, and it's called The Universe Has Your Back. And it opened everything up for me to where I was able to see that it's all not bad. I have an amazing relationship with the universe now. The universe wants good for me. And so anytime anything good happens to me, I'm like, oh my God, that's the universe watching over me. So it's just a very good and heartwarming feeling to know. Lastly, I am grateful that I have experienced good and bad in this past year. I have gone through some emotional, I don't want to say turmoil, but it felt like turmoil at certain points. But I would say I struggled a little bit emotionally this year and trying to sit with the uncomfortableness of my emotions and make a plan going forward of what I want to do. I'm very grateful that I went through some very tough times this year, and it makes me feel so much better about what is to come in the new year, honestly. So that is my 2024 highlights of the year. Let's now get into my resolutions for 2025. Probably the thing that I really want to focus on the most is be super serious about content creation. And what I mean by that is I want to be able to hold myself accountable whenever I post content, and I want to be able to post meaningful content. So my goal for that is to post every other week on YouTube, post 1 to 2 TikToks every day, and that's going to be on my personal and on my hair page for my TikTok. For TikTok, I like to take off like 1 day a week, honestly, just to let myself just be a human. I want to post every other day on my personal Instagram. Instagram is one of those where I swear the algorithm doesn't like any of us. And it's very hard to get in the groove of Instagram. It's very easy to get discouraged. So instead of posting every single day, I think I can manage posting every other day. And I'm also going to try to post every day on OF as well. I really want to get good at planning out this content to where I just have like batches of content I can put out. So I also want to try to make content in bulk as well too. Another goal of mine in 2025 is to get out of all of my debt. I managed to do a decent job this past year, and I want to be able to really challenge myself to get out of all the debt that I have. And all the debt that I do have is actually from credit cards. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. A lot of the credit cards that are really racked up are cards that I used on my travels this summer, and I have been having a little bit of a tough time trying to pay them off. So I'm really going to make it a priority for next year to really double down and to really manage my finances well enough to where I can pay it off. I have about $15,000 in credit card debt. It's a lot, but I definitely think it's doable. And how I plan to do that is to definitely limit on the splurging and limit on and keep the eating out to a minimum as well. I'm definitely going to try my best to be more frugal this year. So another resolution is to travel more, obviously. I'm not going to be able to travel as much as I have last summer. I need to focus on my finances and saving. So this summer is definitely going to be more of a low-key summer for myself. But I do have trips planned to Japan for next year and also to Kenya at the end of next year. Both are with EF Ultimate Break. But as far as the summertime, I want to try to keep things stateside and local as well too. I might go to the coast in Texas. I might go out of state to go to a national park. Who knows? Okay, this one I think is honestly gonna be probably the hardest, and that is to read a book per month. I am not a book girly whatsoever, but I definitely feel like I have an issue with being on my phone too much and not putting it down, and just to focus and put my energy towards something else. So I was like, well, let's try reading. I don't want to read anything too heavy or takes me a while to get through, but I just want to be able to sit back, relax, and read a little bit every month. Anyways, reading a book per month I feel like is extremely doable for me, so I'm gonna try my best to work on that. My other goal and resolution is to continue my fitness journey. Well, this past year I have really taken my health very seriously, and I have started to work out more. I have gone to Pilates as well. I'm a big now a workout girly. I love to work out, but I'm gonna try to kick it up a notch. I'm gonna try to maintain staying as active as possible, and also meal prepping as well too, and just to be more active in general. I think that's a very good goal to have in mind for yourself. Next, I really want to continue to deepen my relationship with the universe. I'm not quite sure how I plan to do that, but I just want to be able just to deepen my relationship with the universe to where I just constantly feel the love that it has for me all around me all the time. So that is something that I'm actually very excited to work on. And also I think that also brings in manifesting more. I want to be able to try and manifest more in my life. And I feel like if I manifest and trust in the universe, everything is going to be all right. My last goal that I have for 2025 is to build up my savings. And to be completely honest, I am 28, almost 29 years old. I do not have a savings. And that is honestly kind of embarrassing to say. I have $0 in my savings, and there was at one point a couple years ago, I actually had quite a few grand in there. I used it towards getting my now apartment, which I love my apartment, but it's time for me to start building up my savings because I do plan to relocate in a couple years. And where I'm going to relocate to, it is the cost of living there is more expensive. So I definitely want to be able to save up as much as I can to go towards that. I'm actually looking into opening a high yield account. So if you know of a really good high yield account that has a very high percentage, then please let me know because I am open to it all, honestly. But yeah, that is my video for today. The highlights of 2024 and also the 2025 goals that I have. I hope that y'all enjoyed watching this. And I promise I'm gonna try to be better at posting a little bit more. If you have any goals for the new year, please let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I will love to support y'all either way. I will leave out all the links for my social medias. I have an Instagram, a TikTok, and also a Lemon8 account now. But yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I can't wait for the next video with y'all. Bye.